So let's talk about the next thing, which is the Atlanta sports wrap up. Since I see it right behind you, let's start with Atlanta United. So Atlanta United, they've gotten off to a bit of a middle range start. They've played 4 games now, 1 at home and 3 away. Was it 2 at home and 2 away? No, 2 at home and 2 away. So they have won 1 and tied 1 at home, and they've lost 1 and tied 1 away. The latest game was against Inter Miami FC, the team that David Beckham is one of the co-owners of, I guess. And Joseph Martinez scored his first goal for the team since 2019 after going down with that bad ACL injury. Sorry, he went down with the ACL injury in 2020, first game of the season 2020. So he hadn't scored since late in the 2019 season. And it was actually a pretty beautiful goal. I was wishing I could find a clip of it and play it during the thingy, but oh well. But it's a pretty good goal. Basically, the pass came to him, and he had his back to goal, and the defender, former Stoke City defender, I can't remember the guy's name now, was backing away from Joseph Martinez, and it was within a second, quick turn and shot. He didn't even have to look at where the goal was. He just has this natural affinity for knowing where the goal is. Turn, shot. Before the keeper could dive, the ball was the back of the net, and Joseph ran straight to the team doctor to go hug him.
Oh, that's nice.
Because of the long recovery and all that stuff. So that was great. Inter Miami ended up scoring later on, and we ended up tying the game. But Joseph getting back in the score sheet is something that we're all really happy about.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to throw that Atlanta United update out there to say the King's back. and we have a home game this Saturday. It'll be my first one of the season, so I'm looking forward to that.
Hold on, I'm looking at it right now.
The goal?
Yeah, I wanted to see it.
Okay.
Oh, it was nice.
Yeah, it was a tournament. Yeah. You know what? I'll go into the next update while I pull up the goal, and then I'll do a screen share to show it.
Yeah, it was a nice sweet goal. Yeah. Oh, okay. I'm looking at him. He's running towards the doctor. Man, Atlanta United is everywhere, isn't it? We really are the freaking America's soccer team.
Yeah. I had a friend over from she lives in California, but we're friends in South Africa, or schoolmates, and she mentioned that that's the only team that she even cares to see, because she sees how much intensity there is in the fandom and all that it almost seems more like those European soccer teams.
That's what I was going to ask you. Is Atlanta United is that the closest we get to being African countries when it comes to soccer, European countries when it comes to soccer?
Yeah, that was one of the things I was most shocked about when I went to my first Atlanta tailgate, how passionate the fans were. It was this feels like watching Premier League or watching one of these other big leagues. You could get it from them. So I was yes, I want to be a part of this week in, week out. I want to go.
So quick Atlanta United story while we're playing this. So let's go ahead and play that. Quick Atlanta United story while we're. So, that orange letter, the orange font.
Oh, white? Sorry, the video quality went out. Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say, what's the name of the I don't know if I know it's an away jersey.
The King Peach.
Yes. So, I want that jersey so badly, but I'm also very cheap and I don't want to spend $80 on it. So I went to Ollie's, right? Ollie's had that shirt for $10. It was the jersey. I don't know if I looked at it. I think it was legit. It was the jersey. I guess because it was one of those Ollie's is an outlet store, so they got a bunch of them. Man, how about they were all medium? And I could barely started fitting large, so I could have bought a large, and they were all medium. I bought my wife one though, so I got her one in small. So my wife got my favorite jersey, like which is the one that I want real badly, but it's all good.
Yeah. So I don't know why YouTube is like crapping out on me, but you saw it, right? The back,
you saw it.
Yeah, back turn towards goal. He receives the ball, just like a turn and shot. Like he like that. That's what really good strikers around the world do, right? They have a good sense of spatial awareness of where the goal is, and they're like, I just need to turn just a little to make sure I'm in front of it, and then boop.
You know what this looks like? This looks like that that montage video that you shared, the more they were showing nothing but pictures of Joseph Martinez.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what this looks like. Which, by the way, annoyed me. I'm like, look, if you're gonna, there's no reason why you should do only photos.
Yes.
I want to see videos of him striking.
It was artistic.
Yeah, is that what it was? All right, cool.
That's what they were going for. They were going for artistic. Yeah.
Well, so we'll post the link to the to the video right there, or maybe there, or maybe there. I don't know.
Maybe somewhere. The whole posting of links has been very difficult for me on YouTube. I feel like they should make it a little easier to do, but anyway, I'll figure that out at some point. All right, so on to the next story. The Atlanta Hawks, we're back in the playoffs, baby. So it was pretty much confirmed that we're going to be back in the playoffs. It was just a matter of the seed, and the seeding still hasn't been confirmed. But the way the playoffs are working this year is instead of the normal 8, we have 10 teams. 7 through 10 are doing what's called the play-in tournament, right? So 7 and 8, all they need is 1 win and they're in, right? 7 will host 8, 9 will host 10. If the loser of 7 versus 8 would play the winner of 9 versus 10. The loser of 9 versus 10 is out. So then basically if you're 9 or 10, you need to win twice to make it to the playoffs. If you're 7 or 8, you need to win once to make it to the playoffs. So yeah. So Atlanta has avoided all that. We're going to finish in the top 6. We're currently the number 4 seed. And if we can win the remaining 2 games we have, including the one we have tonight against Orlando Magic, we will be the number 4 seed. I want to talk about this team, man, because this picture that we have right here is a perfect encapsulation of what I want to talk about. This team is deep, dude. Like, for large parts of the season, John Collins was out. DeAndre, I think it's DeAndre Hunter is his name, was out. Then we had, I think we had Bogdanovich out for some time. Trae Young was out for some time. And yeah, we kept chugging along. Our new coach who took over for Lloyd Pierce, I think has like a 20. He has over 66% winning percentage, winning record. Like it's really good. You had a question?
Is that really good in basketball?
Yeah, no, it's really good. So it's the equivalent of like having, let's say, 56 wins in a season, which is like easily good. So yeah, man.
By the way, they're winning. Just to let you know, live update
against the Magic.
Quarter 4, 5 minutes and 17 seconds left. Orlando Magic 82, Atlanta Hawks 105.
Oh, sweet, yeah. So yeah,
are they hot? That's my question. It sounds to me like they've gotten hot at the right time.
They are hot, though we can't seem to beat the Knicks. We've played the Knicks 3 times this season and lost all 3. But we had really good games against the Warriors, a really good win against them. We beat the what team did we just beat twice? The Wizards twice in a row, which has Russell Westbrook, who now has the NBA record for most triple doubles in a career. Funny thing about Russell Westbrook, I saw a stat that in his first 8 seasons, he only had 6 triple doubles. And ever since then, he's had like 170 something. I guess he realized, look, man, I could just pad my stats and get this thing. But no, I don't want to take away from him being a good player. I mean, that is a long-standing record by Oscar Robertson that he just beat. So congrats to him, but he did it in a losing effort against the Hawks.
Congrats to you, but don't mind my shade.
Yeah, no, I mean we still what that ass. So yeah, man, the Atlanta Hawks. This is the first time I've been excited about them.
I know Shaq. I heard Shaq is really feeling the Hawks.
Oh, is he? Okay, that's good.
Yeah, when he talks about, at least that's what I heard. I saw that on like Facebook or something like that. So I don't really know. Unfortunately, I don't. I will watch. I will keep track of the playoffs.
The playoffs, yeah. Okay.
It's just like, look, a lot of people don't have cable anymore. You know.
Oh, I don't. I find ways. We'll just say that.
Wink. Which I get. I'm with you 100%. I find ways too. Again, I didn't have, what was it, Fox 5 or Bally Total Fitness channel now because
Bally Total Fitness. Yeah, Bally Sports. Yeah,
Bally Sports. But I find ways, like you said.
yeah. So yeah, I'm happy about this team. I hope they make Atlanta proud. It's the first time since like 2015 that I've been really excited for playoff time. So yeah.
My question is, do you think? Because do they have a superstar? Who's a superstar on the team?
I mean, the superstar would probably be Trae Young, but I wouldn't put him at superstar level. To be honest, the NBA doesn't have many superstars. I'd say I can probably count on that on one hand how many superstars they have. I'd say LeBron's up there.
Obviously.
Giannis Antetokounmpo. Russell Westbrook. I'd say Russell Westbrook is a superstar. That's really, to be honest, I would say that's about it right now. Kevin Durant. I'll say Kevin Durant.
What about Kawhi?
Steph Curry. So those five. Yeah. I'll put those five on there. Everyone else, so those are like your, in anime ranking, we do S tier, then A tier, B tier. Those are your S tier players. Then you got a bunch of A tier players, where who would fall into that? Bradley Beal, Kawhi Leonard. Yeah, I know a lot of people want to put him like S tier. I actually think he's more of an A tier player, just second level. Kawhi Leonard.
I mean, he's not, because he's also very laid back and doesn't.
That's true.
Not in the limelight.
He keeps to himself a lot, so that probably contributes to why I don't consider him S tier. He actually is a really good player. So they're a bunch of A tier players. I'll probably put Trae Young at B tier, and I'm not trying to knock him. I think he has a lot of skill. He is a smaller player compared to other quote unquote star players. And he also makes some bad decisions sometimes. Like I find a lot of times when I'm watching the Hawks just yelling at something that Trae Young does. I mean, we'll be tied in like a close game towards the end of the game, and he would go for a three, and not just like a three at the edge of the arc, but he'll go from a three from downtown, like from the freaking middle of the court. I'm like, why, dudes? Why? Just get the points. Let's get the lead. But I don't know whether in his head he's actually thinking about highlight reels, or I don't know what it is, but there's some bad decision making there that I'm a little worried about. But I think
that's coaching though.
Yeah.
That's coaching. You got to coach that down.
Yeah, we've gotten a little better about that. He has good people behind him in the same position. The biggest one being Lou Williams, which we just got in the trade from the Clippers back in January or February. We traded Rajon Rondo over to the Clippers, and we got Lou Williams. Williams was thinking about retiring because he was like, I can't believe they traded me. But then he was like, you know what, fine, I'll play for Atlanta. And he's been great. He's been great. He's come in off the bench and done real good work. Bogdanovich. Lou Williams, I want to say he has. I want to say he won with Toronto.
But maybe he's feeling it that he can retire on a championship. You know what I'm saying?
Let's hope so. Yeah, I want to say Lou Williams has won a championship. Another one, two more players that I really like that I never really thought of before watching them this season for the Hawks. This guy and that guy, Gallinari and Bogdanovich. They are.
Is that their names? This guy and that guy.
Yes, I was pointing to them first for our YouTube people.
I know.
And then so Bogdanovich and is it Danilo Gallinari? Yeah. Our two foreign duo. They are fantastic. They're really good on the boards and getting threes and such. Question.
Can I tell you one thing that I could just never get used to though? I'll never probably get used to it.
Mm-hmm.
Jersey number 0. Jersey number 0 or jersey 00. I'll never get used to that.
Yeah.
But anyways, but look.
He hasn't won a championship. Lou Williams.
Okay. Well, hey. Now's your time, buddy.
Yeah. Here it is. Yeah. So
how do you feel about the win in thing that
the play-in?
I know that LeBron James, like his reaction was like, whoever created that should be fired.
It's actually it's an interesting thing. I always thought that there were way too many teams in the NBA playoffs anyway, but I think this is actually kind of interesting to have. So what they did is they shortened the season. The season is usually 82 games. They shortened it to 72 because they had a later finish last year because of COVID. So they had a later start this year because of COVID. So they reduced the number of games from 82 to 72. But they're like, okay, to kind of make up for that, we'll extend the number of teams that have a chance of playing in the playoffs. I actually really like the idea of a double elimination style thing for if you're 7 and 8 seed, right? Because usually 7 and 8 are in the playoffs. So they didn't want to completely nerf their abilities to get into the playoffs. So they'll be like, okay, you have to lose twice to not get into the playoffs. And yeah, so I like it. I think it's interesting. And if not for it, we wouldn't be seeing Steph Curry in a possible playoff situation. So yeah, and he's the leading scorer in the league right now, I believe. So
yeah. Only thing I know of that I've heard a lot about is Silver has to figure out how next season is going to start, because they're saying that this shortness of season, like the short off season that they just had, is really getting a lot of players hurt.
Yeah, a lot of people are being hurt, but I think if things starts, it's going to be another short off season, but not going to be as short as the last one because of the reduction in the schedule. I think if they want to go back to an 82 game season, they probably could by starting the season in November. My guess is they'll probably do a November but 72 game season again. More and more to try and get it closer to where they were before.
Normal.
Yeah, which is ending the regular season in April. They'll get there eventually. So that's the Hawks. And then the final thing I want to talk about is the Braves. I will be very quick. The Braves, last time we talked about the Braves, I said I'm not going to panic till we are at 50 games. And when we get there, then I'll have a good idea of what we're going to do this season. Well, what's helping the Braves is that our division.
I had to breathe in.
Yeah, our division is kind of sucky right now. Everyone's kind of like messing up. We had a series this past weekend against the Nationals where I think we won 2 out of 3 or we won all 3. I think it was 2 out of 3. So that helped us a lot. We thought, okay, we're rolling in, we're going to be really good. No, we got swept by the Blue Jays.
Get a video. I mean, put up a video of the Braves so that way.
Oh yeah. I'm showing these guys. So Acuna, we got swept by the Blue Jays. I went to the game today, actually, middle of the workday. Oh my God, I did that. I got really good outfield seats, and I was like, I can't pass this up. We were up 4-3 going into the 8th inning, and somehow we blew it. The Blue Jays tied it up in the 8th, and then they scored 4 more runs in the 9th. And we have no bullpen pitching. Like, our bullpen is so bad this year, which is weird because last season they were really good. Our bullpen was one of our strongest pieces, and then obviously our hitting was very good. We were hitting home runs left and right. This year we're really struggling. Acuna is the league leader in home runs, but he's been having injury problems. As a matter of fact, he got injured today. He had to leave the game early. but he's the league leader in home runs. Our pitcher, Waska Inoue, has 3 hits. Sorry, he's got hits in 3 games consecutively, which is not normal for a pitcher. And in 2 of those games, he hit home runs, right? So, like, our pitchers are hitting better than some of our hitters. Max Fried is hitting 333, I think. Whereas we have Yohan Camargo, who's hitting 0. We have Jeff Mathis, catcher, hitting 0. Travis d'Arnaud is our catcher. He was hitting well, but now he's on the injured list. Things are looking rough, man. We're 4 games behind first place in our division. If we had been in any other division, we'll be so much worse off. But right now we are 17-20. So ask me again in 13 games, because that will be the 50 game mark. Ask me if I'm worried. But right now,
So in 13 games. So even next week, because they play so many games.
No, it'll be by the time we record our next recording.
Hey, well, there you go. Perfect.
2 weeks from now. Yeah. So yeah, man, I'm not excited about what the Braves are doing right now. So
which is isn't that a damn shame considering what they almost did last year?
Because they were one run away from the World Series, from playing in the World Series. So yeah, to see them struggle now, it is.
And how obviously we said the same thing about the Falcons if they had gone against the Ravens, which I don't know if you think. I think they would have beat the Ravens.
I think so. Yeah, in 2012, right?
Yeah, in 2012. Do you feel that the Braves would have beat
the Tampa Bay Rays? Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. For sure, they would have been the.
So was the World Series really the Dodgers versus the Braves? Like, was it one of those kind of situations? Whoever went against them was going to beat them.
Yeah, I think that was the best series of the whole playoffs, the Dodgers versus Braves. We happen to be on the wrong side of it, but I mean, everyone will tell you that was the best series of the playoffs.
Zino, Atlanta, love making histories. We were part of the greatest comeback in Super Bowl history. We just weren't part. We were the comeback, not the comebackers.
Yeah,
that's the unfortunate part. Same thing here. Comebacks, not the comebackers.
Yeah. Well, I mean, at some point, it's got to give, right? Right.
Hopefully.
Right. So anyway, so that's my Atlanta sports update. I'm bullish on the Hawks. I think they're gonna do well in that first series against Miami Heat. Atlanta United, they're still finding their ways, still finding their sea legs. And Braves got to pick it up, guys.
Ask you in 13 games.
Ask me in 13 games. Yes. All right. So that's it for sports.